Hello, welcome back to Nier Replicant. Where we left off, we've been revisiting places for the third time. Why? Because apparently, to get ending B, you just play through the back half of the game again, but with like additional cutscenes and dialogue. And now we're getting like some insight into when Emil exploded in the area. Without further ado, a klaxon sounded from deep within the bowels of the laboratory. Thick metal shutters dropped down, sealing off the room with a series of dull metal thuds. By the experiment, number 6 is out of control. Everyone get out of here now! Get out of here! Euresa's rose are brightly cut off as a massive hand materializes out of the gloom, lifts him high into the air. She begins to scream. He screams and screams, a sound echoing off the walls of the laboratory. Land squeezes down, filling the room in deep crimson hue. His colleagues stand in silence, mouths open, surprised at what they had just seen. The female scientist takes a step back and lets fly with a heartbreaking wail. It's a terrible mistake. The enterprise suddenly brings forth a monster in all of its terrible glory. Its body is a bloated corpse, its head a grinning skull. It is massive, many times the size of a human. The head lolls from side to side, tromps about the room on all fours, bringing to mind the wild maneuvers of some wretched, starving beast. This creature, this thing, experimental weapon number 6, also known as Halua. No, oh no, please stop. Oh God, save me. I don't want to die. One by one, the maddened cries of the researchers are silenced. Number 6 understands their petitions. It pays them no heed. They continue its rampage of destruction and slaughter with a focus that borders on obsession. After an eternity, the screaming stops. The alarms fall silent. And only then does the creature make a sound, howling out with an unfathomable roar that echoes up and down the empty halls of the blood-soaked laboratory. A sound that curses those who had dared bring such evil into the world, and one that seems to be pleading for help. Two sets of footsteps echo in the otherwise silent corridor in the first level of the lab. One step belongs to a young boy, his eyes blindfolded, his hands restrained. The other belongs to a severe man in a long white coat. The man drags the boy along by means of a long chain attached to a set of shackles on his wrists. Rubble is scattered here and there across the floor of the corridor, making the journey an exceedingly difficult one for a boy who cannot see. Excuse me. Please walk a little slower, sir. I'm used to being blindfolded, and rather than stopping, the man only increases his pace, and the boy to stumble in an attempt to keep up. This last humiliation proved too much, and the boy finds himself unable to arrest his fall. Without the ability to brace himself, he topples to the floor, smashes his head on a pile of debris, causing a trickle of blood to worm its way down his pale, frightened face. Agonized by the pain, the boy inadvertently opens his eyes, causing the fall drops of blood to emit a strange crackling sound before transforming into tiny white rocks. Close your damn eyes, roars the man. Yes, sir, stammers the boy as he slams his lids shut. He hadn't realized the blindfold had slipped off during the fall. Now he keeps his eyes squeezed shut so tightly that sparkles appear against the black of his vision. The boy is Emil, also known as number 7. He's a magical weapon whose eyes are capable of turning to stone anything that falls under their gaze. Don't look at me. Never look at me. I'm sorry, sir. I'm looking at the ground now, so if you just hand me the blind instead of waiting for him to finish. One of them presses Emil's face to the floor with a heavy black boot. Sir, stop! You're hurting me. To keep you and your eyes and your mouth shut, so do it. Man knows this boy, this weapon, a weapon of a single glance. So doing him in this way gives him a sense of relief. And making sure the boy's sufficiently cowed, the man leans down, chooses a blindfold, and locks it tightly on the boy's quivering head. Right then, on your feet, let's move. Emil staggers to his feet, trying to ignore the red liquid oozing down his face. Blood doesn't matter. The pain doesn't matter. All that matters is finishing the job they had set out for him to do. The second level of the lab is in even worse shape than the first. Environs are littered with rubble and rock, making the thought of a decent photo laughable. The man's eyes linger on a section of rubber stained a deep red. He has an image of warm, gooey brownie slathered in a strawberry sauce. Someone lurches at the thought, and he attempts to avert his eyes, land on the remains of a human being rendered into what could only be described as paste. The man blinks. His mind goes strangely blank before attempting to determine exactly how many humans had to be sacrificed to create the scattered piles of flesh around them. For a moment, his thoughts simply ceased altogether, as his mind realized that trying to put such a thing into form is folly. You can go the rest of your way on your own. The man says in a voice much weaker than he wishes to me. And what does it matter? Not even human. You're a monster. Just the man spins his staff around and dashes down the hall. Miss Emil simply listens as footsteps of his erstwhile captor fade into the distance. He'll find himself alone in a room with a sense of death and blood. For a moment, he considers opening his eyes, but the thought of the horrors that await him quickly squashes his plan. Instead, he stands still and listens intently. Eventually, far off sound reaches his ears. It's the howl I heard before. Emil resumes walking, using the sound of the distant voice to guide him, as if it was calling him home. By the time Emil reaches the third level, he's moving on memory as much as sound. Hands and face are covered in fresh wounds from numerous falls, but every time he thinks about giving up, his mind returns to his sister. We studied together. Excuse me. We ate together. Cried together. We laughed together. Sometimes I was the only one who got yelled at. That's why I was never lonely. Being together allows me to stay strong. For Emil, this was all he had to live for. Holding that feeling close to his chest, he presses on, one slow step after another. Finally, Emil finds himself drawing close to a certain experimental chamber in the deepest part of the laboratory. I was very close now, and as he touches the switch that controls the door, he thinks about his mission. Number 6 is the ultimate weapon. She is his sister. He must turn her to stone. The door slowly opens, revealing the massive interior of his experimentation chamber. After a few steps, Emil removes his blindfold and slowly opens his eyes. His sister lurks before him. She looks nothing like the girl he once knew. Instead, he sees a savage beast crawling all fours through the shredded remains of researchers. For a second, the admin assistant stops and tilts its head in Emil's direction. He focuses his gaze on it. Sees such crunching sounds emerge from the creature as his magic does its terrible work. First the fingers, then the hands, arms, legs, head. The little carved beast once possessed fades into a dull, ashen gray. Yet, somehow, its summonable strength remains and pulls itself towards Emil, one slow, lumbering effort at a time. Wailing, the massive monstrosity closes in. She heard about me? She coming to kill me? Emil feels prepared to accept either outcome. For all, this was his older sister, a person he loved more than anyone else in the world. Halua, I. The moment Emil speaks, number 6 comes to a sudden halt. Silence descends on the chamber as the siblings stare at each other. Sorry, Halua. Everyone says you're too powerful. It's too dangerous unless I seal you away. I'm so sorry. As Emil watches her body begin to turn to stone once more, number 6 simply waits in utter, perfect silence. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The moment number 6 petrification is complete, her memories flood into Emil's mind. The two of them huddled together in the cold, all alone in the world with no one to protect them. All she wanted was to save her little brother. And yet, it was that little brother who, in a sense, saved her. The moment the petrification is complete, Emil sinks to his knees. A frozen sister and a little brother racked with sin. Alone in this cold cage, two of them weep in a single, silent voice. He was our combined power that destroyed the area. Whole existences. Entire lives. Even their memories. Took it all. Took everything. Sweet, gentle sister turned into a monster. Same thing will happen to me now that I have her power. My instinct as a weapon will now destroy me in the process. My power ends up hurting someone I love if I...
What have I done? I killed innocent people. I killed them all.
You're never dead already.
But you saved us. If it wasn't for...
Yep.
We had best.
Yeah.
Yep. Safe to save. Away we go. Never to return. Oh, yeah. See if we can
Let's see if the
get
junk.
junk heap done up. Away! Things to do. People to see. Melancholy to break. With more melancholy. Ow. Things to do today. Theoretically, I should be able to just do junk heap and keep moving. That probably won't take too long.
You have a
Okay, there we go.
personal. He's done a lot for it. Off to the junk heap then.
Alright. Back to the junk heap. Again. They say third time's a charm, but it's a bit ridiculous at this point. Where's my boar? Fast travel doesn't really work. It takes you like halfway there. By the time you take the loop around to get to that, you could just fuck. There. There we go. Really? Oh my lord. Sort of got him good at games. There we go. Do do da da. What? Cheers. Lord, there is a lot of backtracking in this game. I'm not gonna lie. If I were to go back through and look at it all, go through probably a whole bottle. That's not include. Oh Lord, if you were to 100% this game and go after side quests, Lord.
Hey there.
We're back. We have that.
You know, what
You were going to say?
I need to ask.
Oh yeah.
What's your
I
favorite?
want you to avenge my brother.
That is
Sure.
a rather.
It's my mission. I don't care about money.
Which bat?
The ones in the mount.
The
shade
shade
has
has
joined
joined
say.
forces with a. There's a
Yes.
and
Well,
we're gonna.
we're gonna go and do what we do, even though the Shade and Robot did literally nothing. We don't talk about that. Alright. I got some time. Alright. All the way down. See if I can remember the... Frick. I meant to jump down. See if I can remember the way... I think it's this. Is it this one? I think so. Right? B2. And this leads to the rail system. I think. Yeah. I
The
got it
older
right.
brother postponed his joy for the sake of his sibling. Do you think he was ever truly
Oh,
happy?
only one shot. Alright, good.
Just making his little brother happy would have been enough. That's what being an older brother is like.
Oh, crap. There we go. Up, and we can move on. I don't know why I'm grabbing the parts. As if I'm gonna need them. onto the track. I don't know if dodging makes it go faster. It makes me feel like I go faster. There we go. Maybe I wouldn't be so bitter about the backtracking if they changed between visits, but this is the exact same sequence as the first time. And this is now the third time. I don't feel like Autonoma has bad a backtracking problem. In terms of dungeons, like the world, yeah, that's inherent to any game. You can explore anywhere at any given time. Should be almost there. Here we go. Thank the Lord for panning camera angles. Away. I don't know how you got here before me, but I'm not going to question it. Are we actually getting something next little chunk of plot? No, it just randomly loaded me early. Alright. That's normal. It's not even working hard. What? That was a mini boss, and it's already dead. I mean, at least the music is good. Because I did misread that a bit. The game is beautiful. The game is fun, but it's got that Skyward Sword problem of I've been here. I've done this. And I don't feel incentivized to like 100% anything. Because the rewards are kind of whatever. I mean, I should probably be a little more fair to this game. It's from 2006. Like, I should be a little more fair, but it's... this way. Alright. Is it time to blitz another boss? Almost? Here we go. Yeah, alright. I think ending C into D is actually
I've never heard of a Shane living
different.
with a machine. What's that about?
It better be, because I
Don't know, don't care. All that matters is that we kill them both.
I really don't want to go through chunks of the game again. Alright, here we go. Back to the top. All right.
It seems we have found the entrance.
Right.
Are you mad?
Beats going along.
No, it's fine. All right. Save.